Did you all go through yesterday's class? Okay. Did you all understand all those concepts, sector, segment, whatever was done in the questions? Okay. Any doubt? And once again, before starting, I'll just complete. Okay, what do you call the outer part? What is this outer part? We call it as circumference. What are the different types I taught you all in yesterday's class? Arc, next, circumference, then radius. No, step by step. Radius. Yeah. After radius, we have diameter. Then diameter is the longest chord. If you draw a small chord, small line, we call it as chord. Sector, segment. What's the next thing? Secant and last one is tangent. So once again, this is a circumference. It's a circle. The red one, the outer value, we call it as circumference, students. Next, from this you draw any 1 point, 2 points like this. What do you call this length? A to the arc. Arc is a part of circumference. There can be multiple arcs, infinite number of arc, A, B, C, D, small one, and this is a bigger arc like this. EF. EF is a bigger arc. Fine. So we don't tell small or bigger. We call here in terms of small we call it as minor, and for bigger we call it as major. Fine. Okay, let me draw an arc, students. I'll draw an arc like this. I'll name it as AC. AB. AB is one arc. Okay. If AB is one arc, the other part is left, right? Can you see the other diagram? Other part is left, the pink one. This part, even this is also an arc. So AB is one arc, green, and again pink one is another arc. Which is smaller, green or the pink one? Green. We call it as minor. Small arc is known as minor arc. The pink one is known as major arc. Major is bigger one. Right? Like this, for sector, we have minor sector, major sector, minor segment, major segment. For secant and tangent, there is no concept called minor and major. Minor meaning is small, major meaning is big. Next. Arc concept is done, circumference done, radius. What is radius? Radius touches from center to circumference. Radius is small, center to circumference. We don't call this as chord. This is not a chord. Secant nothing, student. The separate name for this is radius. How many radius put together gives diameter? How many radius together? 2. So D is equals to 2 times R. And diameter should be in a small line. I mean straight line. For one circle, a circle will have a unique center. How many center does a circle have? How many center? Only one, right? Only one center. A circle will have only one center. Center, the middle point. Okay, in center there's only one point for the circle. But when it comes to diameter, Radius, a circle can have multiple diameters. Look like this. It doesn't have unique students. It has multiple diameters. Example for diameters, I will see in the wheel, cycle wheel, spokes are given. Spokes, all the spokes join in the center, right? In the bicycle, all the spokes join in the center, bicycle. That is an example of diameter. So a circle will have multiple diameter, many diameters, many diameter. A circle will have many radius. A circle will have many points. The meaning of this is, look here, if I just keep a point like this, doesn't it make a circle? How many points are there? One point or many point here? Yes, many. Infinite number of points. If you connect it together, you'll get a circle. So remember, it has only one center. Apart from that, everything is many. It has more chord, infinite number of sector, infinite number of segment, those things. So diameter is done. Diameter concept and radius. Next, chord. If it passes through the center, we call diameter. If any line passes through the center and touches the circumference, we call diameter. Chord doesn't pass through the center. Even a normal line like this is known as chord. It has to touch two sides. This is a chord. This one is a chord. You draw any two lines like this. Look here. You can draw n number of chords. All these are chords, right? All these are chords, students. Everything is touching one. Look, like this. All these are chords. A chord will never come out. A chord should always stay inside the circle. That is the meaning of chord. It will never come out. If it comes out, that is secant. I'll explain later. That is secant. So a chord should stay within the circle. A chord will stay within the circle. And even a diameter is a chord, students. Even this is a chord. Isn't it inside the circle? It's inside the circle, right? So its starting point, ending point will be inside, students. Starting point, ending point will be inside. Diameter is the largest chord. See, this is the smallest chord, EF. So the more away you go from the center, the more far you go from the center, the chord becomes smaller. In a globe, I will see in a globe. In geography, we have studied about globe equator. All of you know what is equator. Equator is a diameter. Equator is the center line, right? Yeah, equator passes through center line, it's a diameter. Then you have Tropic of Cancer, Tropic of Capricorn, and Arctic, all those marking. Top. Those are chord. Your globe will be like this, those are chord. So diameter is the largest chord. You have questions related to that. Next. That is done. Now, with the help of starting what we did, we studied radius or diameter. Which one we studied? Radius, right? We studied about radius. Now what I'll do is, look here. What is this known as? Any line from center to circumference. What do you call? Radius. How many radius have I drawn? One. I'll draw another radius. Total, how many radius do we have, students? Two. These two radius are touching the arc here, right? Look at the green arc. These two radius are touching the arc here. So the center, I'll mark it as O. The starting point of the arc, I'll mark it as A, ending point as B. Can you see a slice? I mean, yesterday I gave an example, a slice of pizza. Can you see a separate diagram is being formed here? Response, students, a separate diagram is formed here. The pink one, which I've shaded. The pink one. This pink one is made up of what? How many radius and how many arc? Two radius plus one arc. What do you call this? We call it as sector. See, don't get confused with sector and segment. Segment is not made up of arc. It is made up of line. This is known as arc, students. In sector, we have two types. This is a smaller sector. The remaining part we call it as major sector. Minor sector. The remaining will be the major sector. This is the major sector. Okay, so the pink one is known as minor, small, minor sector, and the green one is known as major sector, major. Look here, if I erase this, you'll understand now. I'll remove this line, green line. Can you see this part, this diagram, all of you? You can see this diagram, students. What it has? Does it have a radius? Two radius. I'll cover this radius in this direction. Can you see the pink line? We also call it as arc, right? We also call this as arc. It is a part of circumference arc. So this entire portion is known as major sector. A major sector has two radius and one major arc. A major sector will have two radius, one major arc. That is known as sector. So arc, circumference, radius, diameter, chord, sector is then segment. So for radius, I gave an example. Let us take chord. For radius, I gave. If I draw a chord like this, chord AB. This chord isn't it touching arc? Respond all of you. Isn't it touching this arc AB? I'll shade this region, students. So this is known as what? Segment or sector? This is known as segment. So a segment is made up of what? Arc plus radius or chord? Arc plus chord. One chord is known as segment. Even in segment, there are two types. This is a smaller segment. The green one is smaller segment. Look at the yellow one. The remaining portion, all this portion, we call it as major segment. Green is the minor segment. Yellow is the major segment. Is it clear? All of you understood? Look at the difference between segment and sector, students. This is sector. We use a chord. For segment, we use a straight line. Any doubts in segment and sector? That's it. Segment is done. Sector. This is for sector. Remember, in R is given, students. In the word sector, last we have letter R. R stands for radius. Remember it like that. R meaning radius. Next. What about the questions? After this, I solved 3 construction questions. Did you all do that in the video, yesterday's class? Secant. What is secant, students? Now chord will lie inside. If I extend this line outside, this is known as secant. How many points does it have? How many points total? 3 points. In 3 points, how many points are inside? How many points are inside that? So 2 points will touch the circumference, 1 point will pop out, 1 point will come out like this. This is known as secant. Any line like this, students, all these are secant. Okay. Whichever comes out, you call it as secant. So secant is just a part of a chord. Okay, it is just a line. It is just a line drawn. Remember, secant is just a line which comes out of the circle diameter. Next, tangent. A tangent will never pass inside, students. A tangent will always be outside the circle like this. Only one point will touch. A, B, C. How many points does a tangent have? 3 points, right? In that, how many points are touching the circle? Only one. This is a tangent. It will never enter inside. A tangent will never go inside the circle. This is one more tangent. I'll name it as E. Then you can draw multiple tangent. Or a circle will have multiple tangent. But a circle is connected through how many points? A circle is connected. A circle and tangent, students, are connected through how many points? Only 1 point. So circle and tangent are always connected by only 1 point. A secant and circle are connected by 2 points. With the same, I can draw a secant like this, secant. So look at x and y. X and y are the 2 points, x, y, z. Z is outside. Secant is done, tangent is done. What about these questions? In the video I had taught this. Did you all practice all this question? 1, 2, 3. Okay. Fourth question, what about 75 degrees? Do you all know how to construct 75? Okay. Keep this 75, keep it as pending, students. We'll do it in the last. I'll teach entire construction. 60 degree, 45 degree. Okay. What about all this? Did you all watch the entire recording? Complete recording? True, false? Understood all this? Now we'll start with the seventh one. Look here. Let me read the seventh one. Only one and only one tangent can be drawn to pass through a point in the circle. Let me take a circle. I'll keep a point, students. So what do you mean by this question? Look here. Only one tangent can be drawn to pass through. How many points are given here? 1 point, right? Through a point. In this point, how many tangents can be drawn? How many tangents are possible? Only one tangent. If I draw like this, is this a tangent? No, it's not a tangent. If I keep a point here and draw it like this, what is this? This is a tangent. How many tangents can be drawn, students? For a single point, only one tangent can be drawn. So the answer is true. Seventh one is true. Okay. Now read the next one. What is given? One and only one tangent can be drawn to a circle from a point inside the circle or outside the circle? Outside. Let me keep a point outside. Look at the point outside. How many tangents can be drawn, students? From this point, can I draw one tangent like this? This is one. Can I draw another tangent like this? So total how many tangents can we draw? Two tangents. It is false. The reason is false. They have told only one. One is not possible. Two tangents are possible. Eighth one is false. Okay. How many chords can be drawn inside a circle? What did I tell you? How many chord and how many diameters can be drawn? One or many? A circle can have how many chords, students? Can I draw only one chord or many chords like this? Many chord, in mathematical term we call it as infinite. Can you see the word? An infinite number of chords. So is it true or false? Correct. What is it? True or false? The answer is true. Right? We are drawing, look here, we are able to draw infinite number of chords. I can keep on drawing infinite number of chords. You can't count it. Okay, next concept. So that is true, students. The last one is false. 10th one. A minor arc is bigger than a semicircle. Okay. Let me draw a circle, students. Circle is full. Okay, circle is full. What do you mean by semicircle? Semi meaning is? What is semicircle concept? Even in the test I taught you all, semicircle is full or half? Half. So look here. Let me draw semicircle. A semicircle is always separated by a diameter. So only the diameter passes through the center, right? Only the diameter. So a full circle will have how many semicircle? A full circle will have how many semicircle? Respond. A full circle has how many semicircles here? Very good. Two semicircles. Now what they have asked is, a minor arc is bigger than a semicircle. Look here. Semicircle. This is semicircle what I have drawn. Let me take the green line, students. Green line. Then they have asked a minor arc. Let us draw a smaller arc here. I'll keep this as minor arc. Major is bigger one. This is minor arc. Which one looks bigger? Pink line or the green line? Pink or the green one? Which one looks bigger? Green. So green is the semicircle, pink is the arc. Pink is just an arc. So is it true or false? Is pink one greater? No. So that is what they have asked here. A minor arc is bigger than a semicircle. False. Minor arc is not bigger. Major arc is bigger. Major arc. So the answer is false for it. Major arc. Okay, now you all tell me dash is the longest chord of the circle. Which is the longest chord, students? What did I tell? Which one is the longest chord? We have started with fill in the blanks. First one. Which is the longest chord in a circle? Respond. All of you will respond. Which is the longest chord? The answer is diameter. Okay, the answer is diameter. Diameter is the longest chord. Is Alia online? I can't hear you answering, Alia. No, just now I heard your voice. Why are you silent, Alia? Are you concentrating? Okay. Yesterday you sent such a big message, and today it is totally opposite. Just for namesake, you typed such a big message and you sent. After that, same. Even today, same. Okay. You wrote that or you took it from net? Okay. Noor Jan. Who's this? Okay, Saima. Manak Mala Ashika Shasha Amani. Okay, up to 5 will conduct, students. 5, and tomorrow no class again on Saturday. We'll try to complete this exercise. We'll try to complete it now. Tell me the second one. The first one is diameter. Which is the longest chord here? Diameter is the longest chord. Write the answer. We are doing the sixth main. First one, diameter. Answer is diameter. See, answers are given back, right, in the textbook. Don't look at those answers, students. You won't understand the concept. Don't look at the answer. Read the question. If you're not able to understand, I'll teach again. Every point on a circle is dashed from its center. We call it as equidistant. Every point on a circle. Okay. Every point on a circle. Let me take a center, students. Can you see the center here? O. Center O. Then every point on a circle. The meaning of that is, let me draw a circle. See, in this circle, there are three types of names you have to remember. On the circle, interior, exterior. Do you all know what is the meaning of interior and exterior? Respond. You don't know what is interior, exterior? On the circle, what do you mean by on the circle, students? On the circle is a point is where? Is it on the circumference? Can you see the points here? I'll name it as point A, B, C. This is on the circumference. If I tell interior, interior meaning is inside. I'll keep a point here, name it as I, interior. If exterior, I'll keep a point outside. Outside the circle, I'll name it as E. These are the three types of names you have to remember when it comes to points. On the circumference, on the circle, inside the circle, outside the circle, interior, exterior. Fine. Now look at the next question. Without this concept, you won't be able to understand this question. Look here. I'll keep a center O. The blue dot, student. The blue dot is the center. And what is given here? Every point on a circle, can you see every point on word is given on a circle? So on the circle meaning, look here, let me keep a points like this, A, B, C, D, E. Total 5 point, I've kept 5 point, is dash from its center. From center, do you think the length is equal or different, students? What about this length? What do you call? From center to the circumference we call? What about this center to A? One more radius. Again, this center to E, what do you call? To this point, what do you call? Radius. All this are radius. And all the radius will be equal. And the distance, what will be the distance between them, students? If one radius is 5 centimeter, all the radius will be. So that is distance. Equal distance. Won't they be equal distance from the center? Right? So both these words put together, equidistant. That is how you get the word equidistant. This is the answer. Make a note of this. Can you check the answer in textbook? Is it given equal distance or equidistant? Equidistant, right? Okay, equidistance from its center. So basically, those are radius, students. All the points when you connect it, they become radius. So radius are equal distance, equidistant. Third question. Read the third one. All of you will answer the third one, students. What is given? Alia, read out the third question. What is perimeter also called? Tell me what is perimeter. Correct. What is perimeter first? What is perimeter, Alia? What is perimeter? Perimeter meaning. That is area. The inner value is area. What is perimeter? Perimeter is the outer part, right? Perimeter. What is the outer part also known as? For a circle, the outer part is also known as circumference. So what's the answer, students? What's the third answer? The answer is circumference. Diameter, equidistance. Third one is circumference. Fourth one. What is segment? Can you see the last word? Don't look at the answer in textbook, students. Fourth one. Can you see what is segment? A segment is made up of what? Arc and arc plus chord or sector, chord or radius. Chord. This is the answer. Can you see? A part of circle bounded by an arc and a chord. This is the answer. It's called segment. What about sector? Arc plus what, student? Radius. Correct. Radius is singular. How many radius? It is made up of how many radius? Two radius. So for plural we call radii. Radii. Yeah, what is given in a textbook? Two radius is given or radii word is given? We're doing the fifth question. Radii, right? This one? Okay, this is known as plural, students. Radii. See, just because I understood the concept is so simple to answer. Segment is made up of arc plus chord. Sector is made up of arc plus radii. Two radius together, radii. A dash of a circle divides the circle region into two parts is called a segment. Okay. All of you have made a note of the answer. Shall we do the last one? The last question. A dash of a circle divides the circular region. Divides the circle region into two parts, students. Into two parts. Each called two parts each called a segment. Okay. If I draw this line, what do you call this line? What is related to segment? Radius or chord? What is related to segment? Response, students. What line is related to segment? A radius or a chord? Chord. So the answer is chord. A chord of the circle divides the circular region. Can you see this line divides? This is the longest chord. What do you also call this chord as? This chord is also known as diameter. But the answer is not diameter here. It is chord. You should write it as chord. The reason is each called a segment. The word segment is given. For segment, we always call chord, students. We always take chord. How many exercises are there in this chapter? Total how many exercises? Two? Okay. This is 21A. 21B, how many questions are there, students? One exercise. Okay, MCQ question. Fine. MCQ, then I think this is over, right? This chapter is over. MCQ, we'll do it. We'll send it. We'll do it on Friday. Ninth question. Do you have ninth one? You have put X mark here. Cancel. Ninth is cancel. Eighth one. You'll have the eighth, right? Okay. Find the length of the tangent drawn from a circle of radius 12 centimeter from a point distance of the center. Fine. We'll do that construction now. Before that, in the given adjoining figure, all of you understood those 8 points, whatever I understood, I taught you all students. Chord, sector, segment, radius. Is everything clear? Only then you will be able to understand this concept, this question. And they've given, last year I think they gave this type of question for 4 marks. For 4 marks, they're given this question. So all of you will concentrate. This is center, C, we have D, E, F. Right. In this diagram, they've asked us few questions. They'll give you a diagram like this, students, and they'll ask question. Radii. First question is radii. Radii is singular or plural? Radii. Plural, right? How many radii are there? What do you mean by radii, students? From center to circumference. Tell me the different radii. Radius given. OC is 1. Next. O2. From center, what are the lines passing? OC is 1. Next. O. A. Next. OB. Very good. Next. O2. F. Total how many radius are given here? 4 radius. Is this clear? Yeah, tell me the second question. How many diameters are there? How many lines are passing through the center? Only one line. Which is that? AB. Yes. Who had sent this? Malak and Manar had sent, right? Okay, you all have written the answers, students. Those answers are there. Anyways, fine. I'll teach you all. It's two questions done. Third one, what is given? Third one, all the chords. What do you mean by chord, students? From one circumference to the other, right? Yeah, tell me what is the first chord. Diameter is also chord. AB is one chord. Tell me other line which is touching from one circumference to the other. What's the other chord? DE. Very good. DE is a smaller chord. Next, from D, anything else touching? D to C? Yeah, DC. Yeah, DC or CD. Both are correct. This is the answer. Better write it in alphabetical order, students. So A, B, D, E, you can write CD. CD is the answer. All of you understood chord? Okay, minor arc. Now, let me erase this. What is arc, students? Where does arc lie? Inside the circle, outside, or on the circle? Arc should lie on the circle, right? It should lie on the circle. Now, arc will have 3 points. Arc consists of 3 points. Let me take C, A, F. Doesn't it consist of 3 lines? 3 points, C and F? Yes. Let me take another 3 point, that is AFD. Look at AFD. This is another arc. Then I'll take another arc F. I'll draw it outside, students. FDE. Look, from FDE. Fine. Next. Another arc DEB, students. Look at DBE. Out of these 5 arc, these 4 arc whatever drawn, which ones seem to be small? You have written AFD, minor arc. AFD. How can AFD be minor arc? Okay, you all tell me which line, which 3 points seem to be small, students? CAF or AFD? Which arc? CF seem to be small, right? Yeah. But in textbook, is it given as AFD? Response, students. AFD. Okay, but it is not actually AFD. I don't know why they've given AFD. Fine, but this is the concept, students. In you won't get the same image. If you get the same image, write AFD. Actually, AFD is not the answer. Here there might be some printing mistake. You all tell me. You all look at the value and tell students which one seem to be small, CAF or AFD. CAF, right? So that is the actually the minor arc. Okay, that is the minor arc. AFD. AFD. No, AFD looks seem to be bit bigger. Fine. It seemed to be bit bigger. Okay, next. Minor arc is done. The answer is AFD for this. Actually, the CAF. CAF is smaller one. I don't know why they've given AFD. Did ma'am explain all this? Manak and Malay have written the answer. Did ma'am explain or just she gave the answers? Yes. Response, students. Did ma'am explain anything or just the answers? Next, only ma'am had given only answer. Okay, fine. Next, major arc, students. Look here, let me write all the points. C, A, F. Major meaning is bigger arc. A arc will consist of 3 points. C, B, D. Take any 3 points, students. Take any 3 points so that the arc becomes big. Which 3 points shall I take? See, let me take CAF. Which is greater, CAF, D? Okay. If I take CAF, the next arc will be CB. I'll connect C, students. C to B. Okay. C to B and to D. Just ignore E. Just ignore E here. Ignore all this. I'll write A. Look, I've just taken these 4 points. CADB, students. CADB. CAD, I'll draw green line. CBD, I'll draw pink line. Which is bigger? Which looks bigger? The green line or the pink line? Pink line. So that is the answer. CBD. You can take any 4 points. Okay, I have taken CADB. Fine. In these 2 points, if I connect the arc, the biggest chord is CBD. That is what you have written. CBD as the major arc. So major arc is CBD, students. CBD is the major arc. What is the next question given? Tell me the next one. Somebody read out the next one. Hmm? Minor segment, right? So segment is made up of what, students? Segment is made up of arc plus, tell me, radius or chord? Respond all of you all. Arc plus what? Chord. What are the chords here? First, let us check the chords, students. Tell me the different chords here. CD is one chord. Next, what is the other chord? CD is what? Next, AB is another. What about DE? Right? First, they have asked minor segment. Okay, see here, minor segment. DE, students. See, look at the green one, blue one. This is also a segment, but there is no point given. There are only 2 lines given, D and E. There is no third point given here, third point. Okay, but when you look at the other, the green line, look at the green line. Green and the arc, I'll take that arc. From the starting point of the green line to the ending point, I've drawn an arc. I'll shade with the yellow one, yellow region. Look, students, this yellow region has how many points does it have? CAFD, right? Respond all of you all. CAFD. Apart from CD, it should have at least one extra point, students. One extra point. But D and E doesn't have any extra point. We can't consider them as segment. This is a minor segment. The remaining one from DBC. Look at DBC. This is major segment. This one, which I'm going to shade. This is known as major segment. So these are the 2 different segments, students. 2 different segment. Major segment is CBD. Major segment. Minor segment C. In between you have 2 points, A, F, and D. And there was also E here, right? E. So the answer for major segment is this one, students. CB EDC. This is major segment. Okay, if not, just ignore this E point. The blue one is the major segment. Start from C, students. Look here, C, B. After that, again connect to D and back to C. So yellow one is the minor segment, blue one is the major segment. Look here, this is blue one. You should start from the C point. It goes all the way up to B. Then from B to D. Again from D back to C. Look at the dotted lines. So this is how you write the major segment. Start from B, C, C to B, B to D, then again back to C. This is the major segment answer. Minor segment is the smaller one, the yellow one. Start from C, A, F, D, C. 2 points are mentioned. You can just ignore any 1 point. You can write C, A, D, C as the answer. Minor segment. What have you all written here? Minor segment. C, A, D, C. Okay. Can you see in a minor segment how many points do we have, students? On the circumference, how many points are there in minor segment? A and respond all of you. Total how many points are there? 4. You can ignore any one. Just remove this F. That's why they have given C, A, D and C. Any 3 points are enough. In the same way, if you take the major arc, E was given. E. They have ignored this E. They have just written C, B, D, C. Major arc, minor arc. Sorry, segment. Major segment, minor segment. Is this clear? All of you understood how to mark major and minor segment? Start with the chord, students. Always start with the chord. So segment. Next question. Minor sector. A sector is made up of what, students? Sector is made up of R plus R is given here. Radius. Radius or radii. Two radius put together, radii. Okay, what's the answer I've written? Minor sector. So sector will always start from the center. O. O. C. O. C. A. F. O. This is a minor sector. Can you see this minor sector, students? It is made up of how many radius? O. C. F. How many radius are there? Two radius. O. C. and O. F. And one arc is connected here. C. A. F. Arc is connected, right? Look at the diagram what I have drawn. How do you name this? Start from the center. O. C. A. F. O. Start from the center. Complete it like this. This direction. That is what you have written. That's the answer. O. C. A. F. O. Minor arc. The remaining will be the major arc. O. C. B. F. D. F. Okay, I'll draw here. I'll draw this. From O to C and F, students. F. In between we have A. This is minor sector. A minor sector has two radius. See, these are two radius and one arc. Arc is CAF. So the answer you write for minor sector. For minor sector, the answer is start from the starting point O. C. Okay, O, C, A, F and back to O. This is minor segment. The remaining part is known as major segment. Look at the green one. One radii plus this entire green thing. The remaining part. Like this. and like this. In between, there are two alphabets, B and D. You can take B, D. Even E is also fine. So major segment, major sector. Answer for major sector is start from the same center. After O, it goes to C. After C, B. After B, you can write F. After F, back to O. This is the answer. Just ignore D. This is major sector, students. O, C, B, F, O. It starts from O and it ends at O. When it comes to sectors, start from the radius. Check where radius is given. From there you'll start. Major and minor. Fine. We have two questions left. What are those two questions? Can you see this? Eighth question, all of y'all. Response, students, all y'all there online or left the class meeting? Okay, what about Alia, Amani, Shasha, Kashika? Respond. Okay, eighth question is left, and which one I left here? Eighth and fourth. A fourth one has angle. Apart from that, other things, everything is solved. You all practice that. Eighth and fourth one, construction, I'll teach you all on when shall we start? Tomorrow already, Friday, students. We'll start on Friday. I'll teach the entire construction part. Do you love construction for midterm? Did you allow construction for midterm? Any one of you send me construction, students. After today's class, send me construction. I'll complete that. You'll have it even for final exam. Okay. So one day we'll finish. 1 or 2 days we need for construction. Mostly Friday, Saturday we'll complete. What are the other chapters done? Can you tell me the other chapters? Yes. Tell me other chapter, students. After circle, which one shall we do? Circle, then construction, next. Respond. Or before the school, shall we revise all those chapters? Whatever was there for unit test, profit loss discount, area, volume, area and perimeter. All this, they'll repeat it for final exam. Okay, profit loss, area, perimeter. I'll complete simple interest compound. In simple and compound interest, second exercise I didn't teach all, right? I'll teach that. I'll teach. So next Tuesday, Wednesday, before your school starts, these are the chapter, students. All the unit tests will I'll make you all revise. Construction circle will be done. Once your school starts, yeah, we'll try to complete five to 10 chapters. Okay, so that's it for today. No class tomorrow. Attend on Friday, students. Friday at 5 o'clock. 5, no, 4:30. 4:30. Friday at 4:30. Okay, you all can leave, students. That's it for today.